What's up, guys? Dakota back with another weekly trading review. And I record these review sessions because I wish there was another trader out there when I first started that shared some of the background work that goes into trading. So let's go ahead and get into this. It's a really simple week, not too much to talk about here, but let's go through the review nonetheless. June 2022, 26 to the 1st. Took one trade, 0 wins, 1 loss. Weekly plan was not made, so no trades should have been taken. I was not focused or prepared enough to trade this week. So coming into the week, I already knew that I was not going to trade this week, or I had decided that I wasn't going to trade this week. But of course, I'm going to stick to my routine and just hop on the charts at the same time, right? Because I like the routine. But coming off the back end of last week, knowing that I wasn't in the right headspace to actually trade, or wasn't focused on really anything at the time, wasn't wise for me to trade, and I kind of held back. Of course, not early on because I took this trade on Monday. But taking the trade on Monday, it was an inverse three leg play labeled as JCP setup. Had the idea of catching the final leg with double top. Since that, notice that a double bottom happened on the first two legs on the daily level. This may be reason to switch bias on the next occurrence. This also happened on GU 2022. So as we move throughout these weekly trading reviews, that same occurrence will happen like several times, or has happened several times, which I'll break down in a second. First of all, coming off of this daily top off a weekly level and breaking through these, we're up here. Okay, let's cut off this half. Can I draw here? If I make it big, can I draw? No. Okay, I can only draw here. Let's make it super thick. Ooh. Okay. We're going to delete all of that. Alright. This is about where I was, I believe, if I remember correctly. It's about about in this area. So I was looking at a potential double top right at the top of the second test of this weekly level, and look for price to push down to this low here. That was what this idea was premised off of. I got an impulse here, correction here. For those of you that know the strategy, it's the simple version of the strategy. That's pretty much it, and that's what I was looking for on a lower time frame. This is the daily. If we go down to the hourly, we got exactly that. Got this impulse. We got our 3 legs, and that was my opportunity to enter with that exhaustion there. Let's make this big so it's easier to see. Yeah, got the 3 legs, and I was looking for impulse to continue down, and getting some momentum off of that level really gave me confidence. I was like, oh man, I'm happy. Well, actually, I actually probably wasn't even watching it at this time. I probably walked away. But if I was sitting here, I'd be like, okay, good trade. Let's see if it continues down, and if we get close through this level, I'll move my stop down just above that momentum candle down there, right? So price turned around immediately after that. Didn't break this level, so there wasn't no stop movement here. I believe, what's the R that I got on here? Nah, I took a full 1 hour loss on here, so yeah, I definitely walked away. I wasn't like looking to cut it early or anything like that. And price ended up scaling up higher, right? So the double bottom that I'm mentioning on these JCP setups is when I'm noticing my impulse and getting those 3 legs, possibly on the first 2 legs, or recently on the first 2 legs, I've noticed that a lot of the losers have a double bottom here. And I'm doing this like way in the future. I think the day's like, what's the day? It's July. It's like late July right now. And this review is like in June, right? This trade actually happened in June. So I've gotten more looks at it. So we got a double bottom here before the JCP, or before the 3rd leg happens, and that usually leads to price scaling up a little bit higher, or yeah, usually it's been scaling up a little bit higher, right? So I got the stats on that to see the win rate on this type of occurrence, or win structures like this for the setup, but could be reason enough to not enter the position even with valid entry signal. And that's pretty much what I was taking away from that. The notes I made here: impulse broke level, test lower, however breakout inverse may be similar. Yeah, just comparing 2 strategies I use, an inverse and a JCP. They're almost the same. The only difference between the two is that I separate, at least right now, is the JCP. I look for these leg formations, like more structure, more highs and lows. And the inverse, I'm just looking for a round of retest. As long as that level is not immediately tested, I'll go ahead and take that position. Keynote, first two legs, talking about the double bottom and referring to the GU trade that happened on as well. Momentum doesn't necessarily indicate force. That's just a quote recognized from someone that says that a lot. Okay, so that's the week. I really like this R multiple thing. I actually found it out literally a few days ago and just added it to all my sheets as I'm going back through them, and it's really giving me a picture, like the ones that are further down. Like it's showing me a clear picture of like how my trading results are. Like I look at my journal stats and I review them, but I review them at looking for specific things. I'm not really focused on. When I review it in my journal, I focus on the average R and the sum multiple on just as a number form, not in a graph form. The graph forms kind of open my eyes to certain things a little bit more. Basically, what to expect on also. But these are just, it's not that many weeks. I would love to see this over the course of a year if this maintains consistency. I really like the small losers, big winners, which is pretty much the intention behind my strategy. Waiting for those big runners and just sticking it out until they come. Right. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there's any comments or anything that you guys think that I can do to improve these reviews, please go ahead and let me know down in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one.